Okay, welcome to PyraPOD4. Yeah, we did some minor changes to PyraPOD4. The one we did, we made a video on the Christmas Eve. We present something like this, very similar, but we made some minor changes to the top. Just show you first the top one. Just closer. What we did is instead of using a metal bar, just like the like those on the curve side, we use a T bar. Okay, we use a T bar, so it's stronger because we're gonna later on we're gonna put the lift. The lift will sit on with four wheels and against the tall columns, right? The four columns, right? So because of that, we need some strength. So instead of using a flat metal bar, we change it to T. Probably hard to see, but it's T. Okay, you can see the vertical part. So you cut this way and cut this way. So and the rest is similar on here. And it's bended this way. You just cut away the vertical part, and then then you bend it just like the flat metal bar. That's for the side. The top it's different because we have T, right? So we this time we use okay, just closer. Okay, say basically we make the T bar for the top for this. There's basically we make it two cross, right? There's one piece going this way, one piece going this way, but the top piece it's continuous. You just simply cut the vertical part at the bottom, cut it away, so it is flat, and then drill a hole, right? But for the next one, for the one going below, we simply because the two has to be flush, right? So we simply cut here and cut there, and then use another piece at the bottom. It's a full piece, and then weld this part together, weld that part together. So this way, the pyramid bar, below this one is actually also a continuous, right? It just says, it just there's a groove here, so that this one can simply sit on it, right? Yeah. So in order to show this clearly, so we remove the exterior covering, so that you can see, right? This is actually simply the inner bag. Yeah. So and then drill holes, and it's and also we change the square hollow column, the small columns here, into with a rounded metal bar. Okay, so that, and then we weld another piece, and a round piece at the top to close it, and then make a hole that's a threaded hole, right? so that this this threaded bolt can simply be used to hold everything together, right? So that's that, and then you cover everything with a exterior cover, right? And that's finished. So that's that. Just make it stronger. For the four horizontal bars, horizontal beams, we use similar material, also a T, but and the connection is similar to the top, but just the only thing that we don't need to worry about, the small difference between, basically this one you can see, this one simply sit onto another, because of the cover it's hard to see, but here we see slightly clearer. This one simply sit on top of the other, right? And obviously you need to cut away, still need to cut away the horizontal part, for this section, and then also we use this kind of bolt, a bolt with the eye. You see, like this. It's some of it's blocked by the bubble generator, but anyway, then you can see it's this way, and so we did that so that the four ropes, the four ropes coming from the lower section of the panel of the back, we use ropes to stretch, to tie to this eye bolt, right? So that it's tight, and this mechanism also allows us to even to turn, to make it tighten up things, right? But anyway, this is something we did. So this way, very simple, so have less parts. The point is to make it easy to assemble, and then has less parts to work with. And that's something we like to show you. This is if you decide to do it yourself, rather than waiting for the mass production, and then you can do it, just simply according this design, and the rest is different, is the same. See here how attached to the vertical column, and this vertical column is the same. It's this it's a U channel, okay. So nothing else. The same here, and same here. It's we already mentioned that we use same U channel. The U channel, the opening, facing inside, the closing, the closing and side facing out, so it looks nice. Use both to tie everything together. Okay, welcome back to PyraPOD8. As you can see, this is PyraPOD8. By 8 we mean we move the 4 quad panels away, pull them away, and so that 4 sides, 4 actual edges, form along the perimeter of the structure. So that's PyraPOD8. this video is just to show you that by inserting a cube structure like this, whether it's a rectangular or or the square footing, right? But anyway, we simply insert a cube structure to the corner, to this corner underneath the quad panel. This we call X panel, right? And we insert this at the below the quad panel. Then we can create a complex combining the human living in the cubes, right, and with the vegetable growing in the center, okay, above actually. So this way we can have both the human living spaces, right, at corners, and also the vegetable growing in the center. Yeah, this way you get both, right? Yeah. So this is simply a rough design to show you can easily do this, right? And this one we just simply draw it in. This obviously need a door, right? So for this type of structure, you can insulate, have this knee wall. We just simply call this knee wall. Insulate all the knee walls, right? Even here, right? I mean, I'm talking about moving this away. Let me see whether I can move away. Yeah, see, move this away, and see, you can insulate this wall, okay, and also this wall, okay, and that way even you don't need to have this to be here, and you can still have a structure, which is sound, which is fully insulated, so, and then this way you can simply to if you want to, for example, this could be a shipping container, right, or could be just a portable mini house, right? And then you want to move from Europe to Canada, for example, and then you can simply insert your stuff here, right, your cube here, and then can make the connection for power, for water and electricity and other things, right? And then you can join this community, right? So so that you have a central location for vegetable growing, even fish growing, right? And but also you keep everything, all your personal belonging inside. And then once you decide to move to another place, then you can simply remove it, right? Simply pull it away, right? And it's very easy to do, right? So this is nice. Let's put it back. Just so that's that. This so you can see you can do a lot of things, right? Once you have this transparent structure, we call it PyraPOD8, and then you can do a lot, right? And for those who don't understand why we build this greenhouses this way, I just quickly explain. As you can see, what we have is a double layer structure. You see here, this is the exterior covering, and this line shows the inner fabric, inner covering, but the inner covering has 8 sections. So this we call the X panel, this we call the quad panel, and each panel actually is a bag, for the covering. It's a tent like, right? But it's a tent with double covering, right? And so each panel has a cavity. The cavity is it's like a bag structure. When you put the cover, the bag also drop into into place, and then we use ropes to tie everything together, to make it tight, right? So make it stretch and tight. And then we'll simply use soap. This we call it bubble generator. We use this bubble generator. There's a fan here, and blow air in, and then there's the two sprayers, and one, basically the sprayers spray the soap liquid onto screens. These two screens, okay. So you probably move it around. These two screens, and then the fan draw air in, create a positive pressure inside, and forcing the air out, right, through the screen. This way we can blow bubbles, right? So the bubble will shoot into this direction, and this also into this direction, and then fill the top, and then coming down, and then the air push the bubbles into this section, until accumulate until to a point it will suck through the fan, right? So we have this circulation of bubbles, right? So that's the idea. And so with soap liquid bubbles fill the cavity, basically insulate the entire double layer cavity, and then you can create very well insulated structure in the winter time. So to keep the thermal energy inside, right? And for summertime, you could also use that bubble layer to form a shade, to protect the plant, right? Especially for the plant facing south. And also you can, even you want total transparency, you can still collect the solar thermal energy by, not using the fan, simply by spraying, and then and then the liquid film can form, right? Can form also, continue to absorb the solar thermal energy. So that's the idea, right? This simply shows that beside building this innovative closed eco environment, this type of greenhouse, right? You can also easily integrate existing living cubes at corners, at four corners, right? So so this way you have complex, you can call it life pod, right? Because this way you have a living space, and also vegetable growing space, right? And also you can do aquaponics, because this is the closed. This is a sealed growing environment, so that everything is in perfect condition. You have so you don't need ventilation once you can keep the temperature in the summertime low, because you use these bubbles and thermal and the soap liquid to cool to absorb the solar thermal energy and cool it, right? To transfer the heat from the from bubbles into to the liquid. There will be a liquid storing tank on the ground level. Yeah. So this is the idea. Okay. So you have basically you have the solar thermal energy and the geothermal energy. In this case, when we say geothermal, that simply means the water storage, right? On the ground level, or could be buried even in the ground, right? So this way you have the heat, the heat source, and you have the heat source, and also you have the heat sink, which is the water, which is the stored water, right? So this way you can easily maintain comfortable temperature and humidity inside, and also keep the carbon dioxide inside too. It's so that your vegetable grow better. Yeah. So that's the idea. Hope you like it, and we'll modify, we'll improve this design. This is simply show that what you can do, with a structure like this. You can simply combine both. You have both the vegetable growing area and also the human living area. So the two match perfectly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See you next time.